Hey everyone, Lensmanoz here. This is episode 36 of Beyond. How is everyone doing today? Um, so, I guess first things first, I wasn't too sure what to do in today's episode. I was getting a little bit, I don't know, I had a low level of inspiration at the time, but I was having a bit of a chat with Mainfreak. He suggested a couple of things. So I'm going to try a few things out. Firstly, I think I've turned this off. I did put a lever on it. I don't know if that turns it off. Worst case, I'll just turn this to not putting power out. I don't really want this to run at the moment. I don't know if I need it. I'm sure I'll turn it back on at some point, but yeah, for the moment, we'll leave it off. I keep saying I really do apologise. First things first, I've got a new mob spawner here, and this is all part of what I'm doing. So this is a blaze spawner, and the main thing here is I wanted blaze rods, sulfur, and that helps too. But the blaze rods are part of what I am after. So I've got this set. It's same setup as the wither one. And this one's set to 128 blaze rods and it'll turn itself off. And that seems to be working alright. One thing I have noticed though is I'm starting to use a lot of power for the RS system. To the point of about 1400 RS or RF a tick, same thing really. That's a lot of power. So I have disabled the wireless thing to here. That saved me a couple of hundred RF a tick. So I just ran a cable, it was a fairly short distance. I'm probably going to run a few more cables. I'm going to maybe, because I can't exactly remember where all three go. I think there's one under here. I don't want it to be messy though, so I mean I might just have to take the hit in power for keeping things clean and tidy, which isn't a bad thing. Everything seems to be nice and neat. I think I've got one under there. So, you know, the power usage at the moment is what it is, and I mean, we'll go and have a look. This is working quite well, and I have upgraded a couple of these things with the auxiliary reception coils so it runs faster. The iron is one that really lags back because there's a lot of iron that gets picked up from either that dimension or the other dimension. I am having a slight issue with the RF tools dimension transmitting power and stuff when I'm not in there, and I'm not 100% sure what's going on there because I do have it chunk loaded in this chunk loading availability, you know, but I think maybe I'm going to need to put something, I don't know, maybe like a chunk loading ward or something, some other mod. I don't know if this one has, what do we got? What's the railcraft one? Really? I thought railcraft had loaders of some description. Anchor is the thing I want. Anchor. No, looks like there's no... Okay, whatever. Anyway, so this system is currently using 1178 RS a tick, which is a lot of power, but I have upgraded all of these machines, all of these dynamos. They are slowly, you can see that one's actually losing power. It's just sort of breaking even. Yeah, well, as soon as I start running machines though, we start losing bits and pieces. So this is running with 3 coils in each one. So we've got about 3600 RF a tick output here. I've upgraded this cable to the higher level, the Ender energy conduit, and we've got our 16,000 RF a tick in and out, which is a problem because we're actually producing, I don't know, that's 16,000. I'm fine. I've got 3,600. 16,000 is fine. So we're pushing it in fairly quick. I think at the moment my issue now is that the output side, I want that. I don't know why I kept doing that. Output side's only the orange, which I think, what's that? What does that conduit put out? I think it's only about 5,000. Yeah, which is still more than we're producing. But when you start pulling all these machines, I'm sure that 5,000 runs out fairly quickly. So I'm going to go through in between episodes because it's a little bit long-winded. I'll change the stuff out for the green cable. And I know I can just right-click and it will connect up. That's not the issue. It's just making sure I get all of it. Because as soon as you click it, it'll disconnect the other cables. So this goes back that way somewhere. I'm not sure whether that's... Oh, that goes up to the lava quarry. All right, so this episode, I want to play around a little with some more thermal expansion. So the suggestion that Main Freak made was automate pyrotheum. And the reason we automate pyrotheum is because you can use this here, the augment, in an induction smelter to pretty much triple your ores using one machine. So you can see here, increases yield from ores, additional energy is required, fluid pyrotheum must be supplied. So to get fluid pyrotheum, we need pyrotheum. Nickel and signalum is easy, everything here is easy. The pyrotheum requires sulfur, coal dust, redstone and blaze powder. And blazing pyrotheum, obviously, we can run through a magma crucible to turn into, each one turns into a quarter of a bucket. That's not what I want on this one. Sulfur, on the other hand, comes from sulfur ore. Or that's the railcraft one. Natural. Okay. There's many different ways of getting sulfur. One, we're getting it from our blaze farm. Two, we can run certain things through machines and get sulfur as byproduct, and we've got double compressed netherrack here. Well, compressed netherrack gives us a chance to get sulfur, and I could do that if I maybe go and whack a miner in the nether and just chew out big swathes of netherrack. That's possible. We can do that. Sulfur ore obviously is around. Netherrack gives you a 15% chance, as I said. I've never seen energized netherrack. That's an interesting one. Blaze powder has a 50% chance of getting sulfur. Coal has a 15% chance of getting sulfur. This is interesting. I'll come back to that in a second. 15 from nether quartz and 20 from lapis. Now this here is interesting because you've got coal and it turns into pulverized coal and sulfur. The use of pulverized coal, it can be redstone furnaced back into coal. So you could set up an infinite loop of pulverizing coal and then putting it back in a furnace and then pulverizing it again, and you'll get some of the sulfur. You know, it's probably not, you know, as I said, it's only a 15% chance, but it's a closed system. The system I want to try out is a fractionating still. Now the fractionating still gives you sulfur and refined fuel, which we can use to generate power from naphtha. I think I pronounced that right. Naphtha comes from liquefacted coal, and it gives you tar balls, and you get 50 from 100. So it's you know, diminishing returns basically, but liquefacted coal or crude oil. I don't think we have crude oil in this pack. I haven't seen any yet, but I don't know. Crude oil comes from oil shale or bitumen. I haven't seen either of them. Liquefacted coal is just coal powder in a magma crucible. Coal powder comes from a pulverizer. So we could just pump coal in and end up with refined fuel and sulfur. The tar, on the other hand, can actually be used as well. Tar can be used in power generation too. So that's the route I want to try out. It's night time again, so let's just quickly sleep. I've just gas bagged my way through almost 10 minutes of an episode, telling you what I've done in between and not getting anywhere. So we've got 24,000 coal. That's quite substantial, and you know, I've got 3,500 netherrack there that I could pulverize too. And you know, potentially, I mean, let's have a look here. You could compress it up a bit. Let's just do a stack. Right, and then you run it through a pulverizer. I don't think this is the right pulverizer to put this in. Is it a pulverizer or is it a sag mill? Which one was it? Sag mill maybe? Yeah, Sigma. We can run this through here and it will generate stuff, basically. Nothing. So it's only a chance that it'll work, but it's one way of getting sulfur. So there's a few things I want to try. One of them, as I said, I've got coal, I've got some drums, I've got a few things here. I probably need a power. I'm going to get a power cell just to kickstart it, because I do want to run this on its own power eventually. I want to make it standalone, so to speak. Let's just grab one of them. One of these. We need some to put that iron back, and we need prismarine. Make a couple of quartz through the old actually additions thing, and power cell. Do I have a? Do have a card. I might run it off this power for now, which is ID1. Okay, so I cleaned out one of the buildings upstairs, and I had some ideas of how to get the coal and that over here. I mean, it's not a big building, and I don't see this as being a huge system, so to speak. But what we need is pulverizer. I need to throw my wrench on the ground apparently. So pulverizer, and then the magma crucible, and then fractionating stills. Now, I didn't want to backlog the system. That's why I've got the drums, but I'm not sure whether the fractionating still can do like a push-pull from one spot. So what I was thinking is that I either put a gap in between each one for its output. So this one's probably not a big issue, because we're going to get liquefacted coal, we're going to get naphtha, and we're going to get refined fuel. So we've got 3 drums. So the output from each of these, you know, whether I have a drum on top or whether I have drums in between as a buffer. Now that kind of makes things a little difficult with the way I've started laying this out, because we could do a drum in the corner. Let's try this, and as you can tell, I haven't actually tried setting this up yet. So what I'm perhaps hoping to do is this. So we have this one. We need its input to be probably this side. Let's just clear everything. Input here. And let's move these, move them down one. There and there. And obviously the idea is we want coal to come in here. So we'll just do coal in the top for the moment and output that way. If there is any byproducts, we'll pump them out through the back. Let's put our power cell down, kick this in, and as I said, we will be, yeah, I'll run power cables underneath. That's sand. So let's just clear this out for the moment. Righty, and this way. As I said, just to start it, and eventually what I'll do is whoops, that's too far. One too many. Yeah, we will run dynamos and use the power from our byproducts and our fuel and our tar and that to run our machine. So let's get, I should have enough conduit here. This is probably overkill. We'll run this through like this. Okay, one there, and I'll just jump out of the way. Let's open this up. We want you an out. So you're setting power, all of these are starting. So this is now starting to pulverize the coal. This one we'll need to do this, and we'll go input here and output that side. So this will be making liquefacted coal. Liquefacted coal can go into here. Let's turn you on to off for the moment. So we're now processing coal, into liquefacted coal, and we're storing that in this drum. So eventually we'll upgrade these machines. And I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure the music in Minecraft's really loud today. So I apologise for that if it's too loud. Oh, that's better. Yeah, so liquefacted coal into here. This one should be able to auto input unavailable. Why? Why are you unavailable? Do I need to upgrade you one? Maybe that's possible. Upgrade. Let's just... I don't want that. I want hardened, I think is the first one. Let's just grab one of these and see if this is the problem. If it's not, I'll have to rearrange the way I do that. And that's fairly easy to do. And I'll just use some conduits to do it. So can I upgrade you? And auto input is unavailable. Augment. Do we have an auto input one? We used to. No, doesn't look like we do. Correct me if I'm wrong. But what we're going to need to do now then is pick this drum up, and I'm going to need to put it as a buffer. So what we can do is I could either use fluid ducts, or I could use the energy conduit. Oh, that's energy. That's fluid. That's right. I got it. Fluid one in here. And what we can do is basically I'm going to go extract from here on red. I'm going to need to, because I don't have the right tool on myself. We're going to go insert. No, actually I want in out. Doesn't matter which way insert is. But extract will be on green, always active, and this one will be insert. Oh, see, that's not going to work. It probably doesn't matter. It probably doesn't matter. This can just be in out. It doesn't matter what color there it is. In out. Extract, insert, that's fine, because it'll pull out of here into here when there's not enough room to put into here. That's fine. So same thing, so we're getting tar and naphtha being made. So let's do the same idea in the corner here, and probably gonna have to do it here. Let's turn all this off. No, don't place a torch. Off. In there. In. Out. Byproduct out the back. Kind of want out to be up, I think, and byproduct out the back. I'm going to need another drum too. Okay, so let's put this here. I'm not going to be able to reach this now, am I? Drum there. Extraction out that side and byproduct out the back. Okay. Same here. Input, output. Can I reach? No. Oh boy. Always things get in the way, don't they? So let's run outside and take that one of these blocks. That one. There we go. Found it. You can be in, out, always active. Same here. Extract, always active. Insert. Cool. Probably going to need to do the same here, so let's break this while we've got the chance. Okay, are you... Insert. Naphtha, auto, output. Can you not extract? Did I set this correctly? Maybe naphtha. It's a fluid, I'm pretty sure. Am I going to need to use a fluid duct? Night time now, I'll sleep in this little hole. Oh, this is interesting. Did use the right thing there, yeah. Extract, always active. In and out. Maybe the fluid conduit can't handle that as a liquid. That would be interesting if that is the case. Right, now I'm confused. Does the fractionating still... Okay, you've got naphtha in it. Weird. So let's just empty this out for the moment. I'll pump this back out of here. Nothing in the drum. That's cool. Let's get rid of that. So that is a fluid, but it looks like the ender energy conduit doesn't like it. Extract, always active. In and out, always active. Insert. Did I have that wrong? Okay, we're obviously out of coal now. Let's grab a little bit more coal. Wow, where the lag's coming from? Put that in there. So we're getting sulfur here. Liquefacted coal. Maybe this doesn't like... Maybe I need to have this as extract on green. Okay, so I'm a little confused here. Give me a few seconds and I'll work out why this isn't doing what I want it to do. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. A bit of a derp. I didn't need the third fractionating still. I don't know why I made 3. I must have thought there was an extra process that there isn't. So this one's working. This one doesn't, and I don't understand why. But this seems to be going okay. I don't need to put anything on that because it will auto output. Not that one, this one. It will auto output. And it's into another thermodynamics thing. So it will automatically output to this drum. And then I've just put another fluid duct over here with the servo on it, and it will pump into this one, the naphtha. It will process. We're getting sulfur as a byproduct. We get tar as a byproduct here. We're getting sulfur here as a byproduct. No byproduct in that one. And then we're getting fuel out at the end. So refined fuel, we've got 1.8 buckets. So this is still, as I said, it's still processing. We've still got a fair bit of liquefacted coal. But I don't understand why this one works, but this one wouldn't. Maybe you guys can shed some light on that. What I do want to do though is get the items out of these things. So obviously we've got the sulfur, which we're pumping out the back. We've got the tar, which, as I said earlier, the use for tar is a fuel. And we can run it through a magma crucible to make creosote. Apparently it can go into steam dynamos as a fuel as well. But if we magma crucible this into creosote, the creosote itself can be used in a compression dynamo, and 1 bucket is 100,000 RF. So that's something I'm probably going to do with it. So we can run... Is it really nighttime again? Sheesh. We can run another magma crucible in this area. I know I'm kind of running out of room because I've spread things out, but I mean, what I could do is put this drum here and then that there, and We could do that. Let's do that. Let's break this and this. And let's put that there. And this is just in the name of making sure we've got all of this whole process in the one area. So I'll take one of these fractionating stills and I'll place it here. I'm going to turn off that and put blue here and output this side. Still stuff coming out the back, so output can go there and the input can be on top instead. Put this here and go always active and that'll work. So that's a nice tight little system. That there won't actually connect because there's nowhere for it to go. But this will keep that going, and we can put that last magma crucible. I better sleep before I get attacked by something. Put the last magma crucible in the corner there. We can pipe the items to it and then pump the creosote back out into perhaps some engines up the top here, which will run cables down to here. So we've got a bunch of stuff. We've got refined fuel we can use. We've got the creosote, which will come out of there that we can use, and we can pump them into engines, powering the whole system. The other thing I do want to get into is running the coal over here, and I'm going to do that, I think, using maybe rail carts, like mine carts. Put like a loader off the system over there, and maybe just run mine carts under the ground here to offload into something here, just for something different. So let's get set up with the items out of the back of these machines. So we've got one here. We've got one here. No, I missed. Here. And one there. I mean, it's not a big issue. Let's just break this. Because what I'll do... Ow. I'll run item conduits through here. And then I'll just put facades on it, probably. Let's do that. And we'll bring it up here, I think. Yeah, just put it down. So if we do that, and then put, I've got a drawer. Kind of want the drawer above, so let's put it, again I said I put facades in, so let's put it here. Let's see, so extraction, set up the extraction. So you are extract always active. You are extract always active. You are extract always active. I don't think there's going to be there is no byproducts from this, so that's not really needed. I'll need to paint up some of our facades as sandstone. Oh, I need to change that one to insert. Whoopsie. You need to be insert. So all of our byproducts should be pumping out into here. Maybe. Potentially. Can you take the tar out, please? Tar is an item, isn't it? Taking it out of there, taking it out of there, not taking it out of here. For reasons of what? Should be able to go in there. I don't know why these are being difficult. Let's sort of pull it out. Extracted items will be inserted into the drawers. Yeah, that's fine. Oh boy, there's always something for a cross-mod interaction, isn't there? Extract, always active. That'll be it. No, green channel should be right. Green channel. Doesn't want to do it. Do I need to just make this as that one? I think I think that's what I was told in one of the previous episodes. If you make this as this one, the conduit will actually override whatever. It'll pretty much, it's kind of an automatic sort of mode where your pipes or whatever that's connecting determine where the thing goes. I believe that's how it works. That's cool. So we've now got tar and sulfur going into here. Again, as I said, we can put another one of these magma crucibles in. Let's try and do that real quick now. Magma. That's not going to work. Let's go here. Do I have what I need? I've got nothing of what I need. I need a couple of Invar. I need a redstone conductance. Wow. Invar. Machine. I need one of them. I need some nether bricks. Conductance core, which requires electrum. Let's make 10 electrum. Start. Nether brick. 2 of them, please. Start. Today. A couple of Invar gears. Do I have Invar? Just this. Don't know where this lag spikes come from. It's weird. Okay, cool. Let's make a couple of Invar gears. There's one. There's 2. Cool. That. Hey, magma crucible. I'm going to place him here. I'm going to make it so that he's not bringing things in at the moment. I'm going to put in at the back. And we'll do out at the top. So we want those tar, so we're going to need a filter. Hopper and some paper. Do I have a filter available? No. Hopper. I have a hopper. Do I have paper? I do. I'm shocked. Okay, so basic item filter, and we're going to give it this. Let's bring the put this here. Filter. Filter will be on insert. Whitelist of tar. Priority of 5 to make it higher priority. So we'll put it there first. Right. So when it produces it, it should bring it out. What I might make this is in and out. Extract, always active. So it'll only extract things where it has somewhere to put it. Correct. Okay, so it's put the tar into here. Oh, I want to lock that drawer too, actually. Do I have a key? I do. So let's lock the drawer so we don't lose the things that are in it. Put our tar back in there. And this should be making now creosote, which, as I said before, we can use to power the place. So 2 methods of power, refined fuel and creosote. Both, I think, dynamo. Both are reactant? Oh no, I think the fuel goes in compression. If you're on the solid reactant, maybe they're both. So creosote. Its uses, compression dynamo. So it needs a compression and the fuel. Not rocket fuel, refined fuel. I want its use, please. In a compression dynamo. So I just need to make 2 compression dynamos, which will probably require water for cooling. And then we can put 2 compression dynamos here or here and run the whole room off that. Cool. I'm going to do that in between episodes because we are over our wrapping up point. So that's step 1 to getting a step one to getting automated pyrathium. This is really just to get us our sulfur. So it's not a huge amount of sulfur, but I mean, you see we were getting sulfur from here and we're getting sulfur from here. So there is 2 points at which we're getting it, and we're just getting it from coal. Now, as I said, I could have been cheaty and used the pulverizer smelter thing and just chucked a pile of coal in there and just let it rotate around by itself. But I don't know. I just thought this would be cool. A little bit more processing, a little bit more fun, really. But we're getting some good output, and it will be self-sustaining. Obviously, the only input will be coal, and we'll need to output this sulfur back to the system. So maybe we can have a return cart where it loads the sulfur back and sends it back to base. Cool. We'll deal with probably the train or the cart system next episode, and we'll do that next episode. I'll clean up this room, make it a bit neater and tidier. Any of your comments about the system, please chuck them in the section below. I know Triax is very good with carts and trains and stuff, so I've been watching some of his videos. Go and check him out if you haven't before. Triax 2, he's on YouTube there. I might throw his link in the description below. It's an older version of Minecraft he's playing at the moment, but or one of the series he does, but there's trains running everywhere, literally railcraft all over the place. But yeah, I'll get some tips from him. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Please leave those comments below, and I hope to see you for some minecart action in the next episode. See you later.